unequivocally, I can't say, it doesn't matter. We support diversity. We support the work of our diversity committee here. And so it gives us great satisfaction this evening to present to you one of our most diverse residents. He told me confidentially he has some unfinished business from his appearance last year. And that's true if you saw his performance. So I want you to welcome Phil Hoffer in a piece he calls cross-cultural humor. It can be funny. I sure hope it will be. Welcome, St. Phil.
Many of you were here last year, and I felt terrible because I started a presentation, and then I got this call from my younger brother, Steve. And I had to take it, took it, but it interrupted. And I'm sorry. I told Steve not to call me tonight. I won't get interrupted. I made it clear that I was busy tonight, so I won't get interrupted. I lived and worked in Nigeria, Guatemala, and the Philippines, and you cannot believe. Is that you? It's my brother. It's not Steve. It's my older brother, Richard. He died 5 years ago. I'm sorry, I have to take this. 5 years I haven't talked to him. Richard, I can't believe this. You're calling me. You're in heaven? Oh my God, Richard, this is wonderful, but it's not a great time right now. But I got it. Richard, just, a few minutes. You're trying to find out how I'm doing? I am. I'm doing fine, but I can't believe it. I got to ask you some questions. Yeah, first, okay, just quickly. You remember I was saved when I was 11 years old. You were saved, I think, 8 or 9? Yeah, we were, and then Steve, we were all saved, right? I mean, remember? The church, the messages, walking forward, not going to hell, right? Richard, I got to ask you, does this make a difference where you are? Really? Really? No kidding. Gradations? Amenities? Oh. Some better homes, better housing? So, okay. And the streets in some sections, they're not gold? Got it. No, and then quickly, the second question I have to ask, are there any American Baptists up there? Quite a few. Wonderful. What about Lutherans? Some? Yeah? What? And one Presbyterians? Yeah? A few? Good. You say there are a lot of Catholics up there? Can't believe that we didn't. That's not what we were told, was it? Yeah. One more. What about United Church of Christ? Never heard of them, huh? Wow. You say, they may be in another section you haven't. I see. And look, one more question. I know you want to know about me, but one more question. Do you ever see God? Oh, I see. You're in the Mennonite section, and it's mostly Jesus you spend your time with. Got it. Yeah. That makes sense. What? Oh, yeah. Listen, I'm doing fine. You know, Joy and I entered a retirement community, and what? Yeah, no, I know we used to call them old people's homes. It's not. A retirement community, Pilgrim Place, yeah. And I'm doing okay. I've gotten fairly active. I stay, how active am I? Yeah, I'm playing a little golf, play tennis. I do walk Charlie, my dog. Yeah, I'm doing fine. And you know, my reflexes are fantastic. No, it's not on the tennis court. I saw that. It was, you know, we used to eat in this place, Abernathy, it's called. And yeah, but we don't eat there now because it's sinking into the ground. Yeah. But, and we think that in maybe, I don't know, a year or two, we might be back. Anyway, there's a bathroom when you enter, and I went into the bathroom, you know, before I was going to eat, and opened the door, and one of the other residents, a woman, was sitting down in there. Richard, you cannot believe how quickly I closed the door. Yeah, my reflexes are really quick. Very quick. Yeah, and I'm involved in groups. Yeah. Right. Oh, the care in the community is wonderful. Yeah, I had an assessment with Joy recently, a couple months ago, and I think her name was Ruthie or Rosie. She came in, interview. Everything went fine. At the end, she asked me to assess my own memory. Joy estimated about 9, and I think I was 8. But the problem was, I needed to take a document to Rosie later in the day, something I had on my computer. So I did a bunch of errands. Then I went to talk to Rosie. I had it in my bag, but when I got to Rosie's office, I didn't have it. I had taken it out at someone's house on one of my errands. So I ran back and got it, took it to Rosie, and she kind of looked at me, and I turned around as I was leaving after I'd given the document. I turned around. She had opened my file. She crossed out the 8 and marked 6 on my memory thing. Yeah, so now I'm a 6, Richard. Yeah, and then probably, yeah. And library? Oh, yeah, very nice library. Yeah, very good library. A little restricted, now, well, I think it was Betty Frank who I overheard, the librarian. She was talking to one of the other assistants, and the person was holding up a book and asking Betty if she wanted the book to put it in the library and stack it. And Betty looked at it, and it was The Wisdom of Menopause. And Betty said, "No, this community, we don't need to know any more about that. No. Yeah. And then, yeah, and committees? The first year, nothing. I didn't do anything. I joined Sights and Sounds now, yeah. And Sights and Sounds, the leader, her name is Karen Lebeckett. Right. You don't think that's the right pronunciation? I don't know. Karen Lebeckett, I think. What? Well, yeah, you're right, Richard. People mispronounce our name. It's always Hoffer this, Hoffer that, Phil Hoffer. Yeah, and everybody knows it's Hofer. So I think Karen Lebeckett probably won't mind. Right. What? Oh, you got to go? You got to go hang up some wash? A lot of sun, huh? Well, Richard, wonderful to talk with you. Love you, brother. Bye-bye.